Well, Dudu Myeni, a strong Jacob Zuma ally, allegedly benefited illegally from security updates to her home during her tenure as SAA board chair. Now, the NPA is investigating Directorate, which arrested her and Bosasa executive Trevor Mathenjwa, have charged the pair with fraud and corruption. eNCA senior reporter Dasen Thathiah was at the Richards Bay Magistrate's Court.
Former SAA board chairperson Dudu Myeni has appeared at the Richards Bay Magistrate's Court on charges of fraud and corruption. She was joined by Trevor Mathenjwa, who was once affiliated to Sondolo IT, a subsidiary of Bosasa. Myeni was a part of the SAA board from 2009 before she became board chairperson in 2013. Now, these charges relate to her time as the board chairperson and the alleged benefits that she received from Bosasa during that period. This includes travel and security measures that were included at her home in Richards Bay.
The charges is corruption and fraud that these accused face, but Ms. Dudu Myeni, who was a former chairperson or board chairperson of SAA, we're alleging that she received gratification of over 300,000 rand. 200,000 pertains to the security upgrades of her premises here in Richards Bay, which we are alleging that Trevor Mathenjwa, who was Sondolo IT, a subsidiary of Bosasa's director, we say that he then facilitated or was the hand used to then have the security upgrades done for over 200,000 for her premises. Then we further say that Ms. Dudu Myeni further benefited in terms of lavish travels, hotel stays for herself as well as those close to her to the tune of over 107,000 rand. And this pertained to around the time when she was the chairperson of that particular board. And what we're saying is that according to the SAA's own policies, she had to then have declared her interests and benefits which she had received from Bosasa and or its subsidiaries. So we're saying that she did not do that.
Myeni allegedly received about 300,000 rand in kickbacks, with about 200,000 of that being for the security upgrades. And these were allegedly facilitated by Mathenjwa on behalf of the CEO and the COO of Bosasa at the time. Now, although Myeni was named in the state capture report for making certain misrepresentations during her time as the SAA board chairperson, the investigating directorate says it was also conducting its own investigation into Bosasa, and now that the two link is purely as a matter of coincidence. But nevertheless, the state capture report has provided what it calls a blueprint for its investigation.
The state capture recommendations are a blueprint, not necessarily, or a map, not necessarily what we rely on for our investigations, because you know that the legal questions to be answered or the scale in which to be used are completely different. The Commission relied on probabilities, we beyond reasonable doubt. So yes, it assisted very much in terms of the Bosasa leg of our investigations. However, many of us had already been declared prior and had been done independently. However, much of the assistance from the recommendations and the Commission has assisted us to get here.
The pair have been granted bail of 10,000 rand each. Now, it's most likely that when they return to court on the 17th of November, this matter will be transferred to Gauteng. I'm Dasen Thathiah in Richards Bay, KwaZulu-Natal.